my name is Jessica Feege, and I'm going to be talking to you today about wind energy. Have you guys seen these before? Aren't they really neat looking? I love how they make the landscape look. So basically, I'm going to talk to you about basically how they work, some of the positives and the negatives of these wind turbines. I'm also going to talk about offshore wind farms as well. So basically how they work, the wind, as it hits the blades, it turns the propeller of the turbine. The turbine then converts the kinetic energy in the wind into mechanical power. This power can either do specific tasks, like for example, grain grinding, or used for a wind pump, a water pump, or this generator right here converts it into electricity. One of these 100 kilowatt turbines can supply the electricity needs of about 50 people. Some of the positives, there is no air or water pollution. Some of the other energy sources that you use, they harm the air and the ozone layer. Another positive is that there's an abundance of wind, and it's a free natural resource. So also, as you can see on some of the turbines, the base of it doesn't take up a lot of space. It's a big turbine, but the most of it is up in the air. A really cool feature about turbines is that if you live in a remote area, in a rural area, you can have your own little individual turbine to power your house. And they come in different sizes and different kinds. Another thing is that some people like the way they look. I think they're pretty cool looking. Here are some examples of, these are ones you don't usually see around here. This is a Japanese design, and this is a horizontal wind turbine. I think it's pretty cool. These are the blades right here, and they spin like this. I think those are cool too. So the negatives, the wind doesn't blow constantly, so that's a problem. You get that big gust of wind, and then you get that short little breeze, so that can be a problem. The thing is, cities are where the energy is needed most. And the thing is, wind blows hardest in remote areas. So they need to transmit that energy, and transmitting energy is very expensive. Some people are also very concerned with bird fatalities. This isn't a big problem because the new designs of the blades and the turbine itself, that it's easier to spot, so there's not as many bird fatalities. Like I said before, the turbines itself don't take up a lot of space, but the wind farms do. And it causes a lot of deforestation. They're looking for more land. Wind turbines aren't only hazardous to birds, they are hazardous to the people working around them. So you got this big giant fan with blades, obviously that's very dangerous. Even though some people like the way they look, some people just don't like them. They don't want this big giant obnoxious mechanical thing in their backyard. So that could be an issue. Now I'm going to talk about offshore wind farms. I think this is a great solution because it solves that problem of people don't wanting it in their backyard. Some of the positives, the wind blows hardest offshore. And the timing, this is the greatest part. The timing of day, people use energy in the afternoon, which is when the wind blows hardest offshore. And on land, the wind blows hardest at night, and people are sleeping at night. They're not using electricity. Also, on the coast, like, you got the big cities in California, they wouldn't need to transmit the energy because the big cities are right there. You don't need to transmit it. Also, the wind farms are out in this big open space. You don't have any trees or buildings. It's just all water. So there's nothing to block it. There's only a few negatives. It's more expensive to put them out in the water, as you have to go underneath the ocean and the ocean floor, so that can be very expensive. Some people say it ruins the view. I really don't think it does, but some people think it does. It also interferes with fishermen and boats and other docks and stuff like that. So that pretty much wraps it up. Are there any questions?
Yeah, what do you do if you get too much energy?
If you get too much energy, you can store that energy and you can resell it to the utility companies. So that's pretty neat. You can make money off of it. Any other questions? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you for your presentation.